Hey guys, Youmuus here, and today we have a huge update being announced for TFT in patch 9.18, which is going to be in 2 weeks from when this video is live probably, right? They're going to be adding Brawler's Glove into TFT, and adding one new item to TFT is crazy because it lets you combine with all the other items. So adding one new component makes 8 new items. On top of that, Infinity Edge and Sword of Divine will be changed, but this is awesome. This is basically 8 brand new items. Here is the component item. It is Sparring Gloves or Brawler's Glove, whatever you want to call it. It gives you 10% dodge chance and 10% crit chance. That's actually kind of crazy that they're adding, like, crit. Crit chance is a really strong stat. Like, if you get this on Draven and shit like that, it's extremely good because every character naturally has 25% crit chance. And adding on to that is basically just multiplying your damage by 10%. So that's pretty crazy. And then when you upgrade it into either an offensive or defensive item, it shifts to 20% crit or 20% dodge. Now, this just means more RNG in TFT, basically. This is a, like, almost purely RNG item, unlike something like Recurve Bow, which will always give you an effect. This doesn't always, if you never crit, it's like you don't have this item, you know? But chances are you are going to crit or dodge something in the game. So that's the basic item. And then if you upgrade 2 of them together, you get THEIF'S Gloves. This is a really interesting item. So once you make THEIF'S Gloves, the champion you put it on can't have any other items. But on the start of the round, they gain 2 random items, kind of. And the later it is, the more high powered those items are. So it's possible to turn 2 items into 6 items. So this might be one of the best early game combos. Like, if you get a THEIF'S Gloves, like, on the first PvP round, you basically have 4 items, right? Because you have Brawler's Glove, or Sparring Glove, and then you get 2 component items probably. Like, you can get attack, speed, and armor or so, right? Yeah, no, but when they mix then? I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. There's no way they'll give you 2 full items with this, right? I think in the lower rounds, it'll give you 2 component items, and then later on, it'll start giving you full items. But this is probably one of the best new items here. This is pretty crazy stuff. So that is crit plus crit. That's what we're going to call it now. And then there's Hand of Justice, which is crit plus tier. At the beginning of the round, the wearer randomly gains either 40% increased damage or 40% life on hit. So I'm guessing that if you get 40% increased damage, you get the 20% crit. And if you get the 40 life on hit, you get the 20% dodge. Both of them seem really good. 40 life on hit is basically like a noble on whoever you want. And it's really good to be able to choose who you want noble on. You put on your highest attack speed unit. And it gets 20% dodge as well. That's pretty crazy stuff. Keep in mind, this stacks with a Yordle dodge too. So you can go really crazy with Yordles. And we'll show you guys in a bit. You can go really, really crazy with Yordles. Next one up, we have Infinity Edge, which has a new... It used to be BF Sword plus BF Sword. Now it is Crit plus BF Sword, and it's exactly the same. It's just Crit plus BF Sword. But it's even better now because it has 20% crit. And each of those crits do 200% more damage. So, i.e., if it wasn't a crazy good item already, it is, like, crazy, crazy good now. Then we have Arcane Gauntlet, which is going to be... What is Arcane Gauntlet? Okay, so it's like Vi's kind of fist, right? It's your abilities can critically strike when your ASO dreams of being a Draven. Now, who would this actually be good on? Because if you build this, that means every ult has a 25% chance to crit. On top of this is 20%. So it makes it so that if you only have this, your ASO has a 45% chance to do double damage with their ult, which is a lot. But you can also go Infinity Edge on it, give another 20%, 65% chance to crit, and your ability crits for 200% more damage. If you land an IE Arcane Gauntlet ASO crit, you're definitely going to destroy the whole enemy team. This is an interesting item here. Like, this is something you got to keep in mind. I personally think it might be bad for now, but it gives mages a use for the crit glove, though. So maybe it's not that bad. It's definitely going to be good on characters that can ult multiple times so that they can guarantee at least 1 crit. Because if you play ASO and you only R once and you don't crit, it just feels really shitty, right? Then we have Quicksilver, which is something that I suggested they added into the game. So this is one of my suggestions here. It is crit plus MR, and it makes it so that you prevent the next crowd control applied to the rare every 5 seconds. So basically, whoever you put this on can't get CC'd. This seems like something really good to put on a carry or like a Shyvana or something, because those units only really worry about CC, or like a Draven in the back that keeps getting Ashe ulted. Now you don't gotta worry about that. Every 5 seconds, you can't get Ashe ulted, which is basically CC immunity unless you chain lock them. But this is not gonna beat Glacials though. Glacials, since they stun you like every second, you'll block the first stun and then you get hit by the next stun. Then Iceborn Gauntlet makes a return. This time it's made out of crit plus chain vest. On dodge, create an expendable 30% attack speed slow zone. Very interesting. So this is gonna be, it's gonna give you 20% dodge, right? And then once you do dodge a hit, it slows people by 30%. Pretty good. Seems like a better Frozen Heart, right? And if you put it on a Yordle, it has extra synergy too, because Yordles have higher dodge chance. So you have like an 80% chance to, no, like a 70, like an 80% chance to expend the slow zone if you put on like a Poppy. This is probably Poppy's favorite item now, man. This item seems so good on Poppy. And then we have Backhand, which is just a Sterix gauge recolored. Which is crit plus giant spell. And the wearer at the start of combat starts combat with a spell shield, stun the enemy that breaks the spell shield for a long time. So I'm guessing like 5 seconds. This is like a Leona ult in an item. Whoever breaks your spell shield will just get Leona ulted. That seems really busted and really good against people that mana stack. Like say someone mana stacks their Karthus and not Karthus. What is someone that they mana stack their Vigar, right? And then Vigar ults into this. Boom, he gets stunned. He doesn't use all his mana items. And you start the fight with like basically Zephyring one of the opponents, right? Since it stuns them. So this could be interestingly good. And keep in mind, it gives you dodge too. So it gives you 20% dodge and HP. Which I think dodge is a crazy stat. Because dodge amplifies all your health. So how about this? Let's do some math here. So I'm going to break out. We'll do notepad, okay? Say you have a TFT character with 1,000 health, right? And then you give it this item. So you're going to be at 1,200 health now. And then on top of that, you have a 20% chance to dodge all auto attacks. That's kind of like giving it 20% extra health. Because you have a 20% chance to dodge. It's not entirely because health works against spells too. So against auto attacks, you have how much? 120, you have 144 health. So you're almost giving it like 50% extra health just by throwing on dodge. Dodge is really good. Like, there are stuff that can break dodge, but still, you need, well, we're going to see in a bit, you need Last Whisper to break dodge. This is the new dodge breaking item. They took it out of Rapid Fire Cannon, which kind of sucks because I really like that fact of Rapid Fire Cannon. But I guess it was too easy to make a Hyper K Rapid Fire Cannon, right? Then we got Repeating Crossbow, which is crit plus the bow. When the wearer dies, Repeating Crossbow passes to a new ally. So this could be really interesting. You put on a tank in the front, and then once it dies, it goes on to another unit. You don't want to... I guess I have allergies. I don't know why I'm sneezing so much. Alright. So you want to put on someone that dies. Because if you put on someone in the back, they never pass it on. You don't get the effect, right? You put on a tank in the front, he uses it a bunch, and then gets enough mana to ult, dies, pass it on to the next person, die, ult, and that'll be really good. So Repeating Crossbow. Very interesting stuff. I don't think it's that good. I don't think you want to use Recurve Bow for it, but it could be interesting. And then we have Mittens. Here's the interesting one. Now there's Yordle 3 and Yordle 6, right? They're adding Yordle 9 in the game. If you somehow get 9 Yordles, you have 100% dodge chance, and you can only be hit by spells. Imagine getting Yordle 9 and Dragon's Claw, you would actually be invincible. Yordle 9 Dragon's Claw will legit make you invincible, bro. That shit is crazy. I guess you can build Last Whisper to counter out, but oh my god, is that crazy. So BF Sword plus BF Sword, since IE is Brawler's Glove plus BF Sword now, BF Sword plus BF Sword is a new item called Lord's Edge. A champion holding Lord's Edge can't hold other items except temporary ones gained by this item. Lord's Edge cannot be given to a champion that already holds on items. On takedown, so like Jinx, every time you get a kill with someone on Lord's Edge, they gain a BF Sword. Which is pretty crazy, because, say, you get your first kill, right? You get a BF Sword. Get your second kill. That BF Sword combines with your next BF Sword to make a Lord's Edge. So then, when you kill your third character, both your Lord's Edges give you a BF Sword. So you get 3 Lord's Edge. So you get 3 kills from this item. It turns 40 AD into 120 AD. So this item can turn anyone into Jinx, basically. This is also going to be a pretty crazy item, I'm assuming, man. Put this on any carry, and they're just going to go off, man. They're absolutely going to go off. Another new item can drop. It's a little bit different one. NEEKOS Help is a consumable item that you can place on a champion, and when you do NEEKOS Help's consumed, A 1-star. Oh, very cool. Okay, so this is okay. Let's talk about this after. Well, I didn't see that yet. I saw everything other than that. Last Whisper is BF Sword plus recurve bow. It's kind of weird that they don't have a full item here. Why can't they just made this like Mortal Reminder, right? Like, so that there's 2, because Last Whisper is not a full item. So that's a little bit awkward, but attacks can't miss. Move from Rapid Fire Cannon, by the way, and deal true damage equal to 5% of the enemy's max amount. So this is the premier tank-breaking item, man. You do true damage of 5% of the maximum health every single attack on hit, so it could be good on gunslingers, right? And they can't miss. So you're going to crush Yordles, you're going to crush Shen. Very interesting. I don't think this item's that good, though. I think this is good. So far, I think this item's good. I think the backhand is good. And I think probably THEIF'S gloves are good. But most of these seem viable, though. It seems like they got a grasp of what's good now. And then this item, which is really interesting. If you ever played Dota Auto Chess, there's a champion there called Io, which is a 5-cost champion. But it can become any champion. So it helps you make 3 stars easier, right? So you can drop an item called NEEKOS Help. And then when NEEKOS Help's consumed, a 1-star copy of a champion is instantly made and added to your bench. If your bench is full, Nico will just pop right off, so no tricky business. Use NEEKOS Help to complete 3 stars. So if your bench has, say, 2 Kales, right? You put NEEKOS Help on one of the Kales, it makes another Kale for you, and you make a Kale 2. Or if you have 2 Kale 2s and 2 Kale 1s in your bench, you put it on the Kale on the bench, boom, makes a Kale 3. This is going to be so good. This is really going to help out the consistency of the game. Those games where you're just looking for one last thing, this will really help you out. And then if it's on the carousel, people are going to have to choose. Do I want a spatula? Do I want a completed item? Or do I want NEEKOS Help to get a 3-star? So all of this stuff is super, super interesting. I'm very excited. I've been taking a break from TFT just because it's been kind of getting boring. But yo, this update's looking crazy. I might jump back into it. But yeah, as you were signing out, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.